This is a video on how to purchase iTunes credit for the US iTunes store in case you are living outside of the US. So even if you don't live in the US, you are still able to make a new US iTunes account even though you don't live in the US. The advantage is that with the US iTunes ID, you can get the newest TV shows which are available in the iTunes store, which are not available in other iTunes store in different country than the US. If you use a credit card and you have a US iTunes store account, the credit card needs to be registered to an address in the US. But in my case, I'm not living in the US and I don't have a registered credit card in the US. So putting in your credit information into the iTunes app won't work. But there's a workaround to purchase US Store iTunes credit through a third-party online iTunes credit provider. And the reliable source for US iTunes credit that I found is at pcgamesupply.com. They are selling iTunes credit in different amounts such as 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 50, and $100 iTunes. You will be paying slightly more for the iTunes credit. For example, for a $20 US iTunes Store credit, you probably will be paying around $23. So you pay $3 more, but at least you get the possibility to top up your US iTunes credit so that you can purchase the newest TV shows or a whole set of series and movies in the US iTunes store. So let's try purchasing a $20 iTunes credit at PC Game Supply. You can use PayPal or any credit card. In this case, I'm using a prepaid credit card, which is not registered in the US, but it can be from any country. So let's do that. In case you haven't logged in before, you can log in and register your details so that next time you don't have to enter all the details again. I already previously registered there, so it's easy to log in, enter your credit card details, and then just tap Pay Now. Then you might have to wait for a while for processing, and then if it went through, then you will have a notification in your order history that your purchase has been completed. So now my status is still pending, but normally it takes around 5 minutes until you'll get an email with the iTunes credit code, which you will have to enter into the App Store app. Okay, so now my status is completed. I can view the order and then it gives me the code to enter in the iTunes app. So this is a picture, so I will have to enter the following code into the App Store app. So I'll make a screenshot first. And then I go to the App Store and then go to Today. And then scroll all the way down until you see Redeem. Click on Redeem and then enter the code manually. So I have to check again. And then tap on Redeem in the upper right corner. And then when it worked, then you will have a message that you successfully redeemed your code. So in this case, I got $20 and somehow they gave me 2 codes of each $10 instead of 1 code of $20. But sometimes they do that, I guess, so that they can make the price cheaper or there's some other reason, but doesn't matter. It's just that you have to put in another code. So I'll put in the second code. I just do redeem again and then tap redeem. Then the code was successful. So now I have $20 more. Then now I can go to the iTunes store to purchase any TV show, music, or movies. And by the way, if you want to buy a TV show on your phone, you might want to select SD version instead of the HD because it makes a dollar difference. For example, in this example, the TV show The Expanse, which is a 45-minute science fiction show, the HD version costs $2.99, but the SD version cost only $1.99, so almost $2. So you save $1 if you choose SD, and you won't really see much difference between SD HD if you are viewing on a phone screen. But if you are viewing on a big screen TV, then of course the HD will make a big difference in quality. But if you just want to watch the TV show and on your phone, then I think the SD version is good quality enough. And also, if you are going to watch the whole series anyway, you might want to buy the whole series, which is cheaper than buying every TV show separately. So in this case, if you want to buy the whole season of The Expanse, it will cost $23 as opposed to paying $2 per season. And if they have like 20 episodes, for instance, if you would buy the whole season of The Expanse, it would cost $23 in SD. And if you would buy each episode separately, it would come out to $26 because there are 13 episodes times $2 is 26. So you would save $3 if you buy the whole season pass as opposed to buying every single episode separately. And if you buy the first season of The Expanse, you save even more because the whole season costs only $15. And if you would buy each episode individually, it would cost $38. So $15 to $38 is a big difference in price. So if you are going to watch the whole season 1 of The Expanse, it's cheaper just to purchase the whole season as opposed to each episode individually. And as I see, some episodes are not even able to be purchased individually, so you kind of have to purchase the whole season in case you want to view all episodes. Alright, that was my method to top up your US iTunes credit even though you don't live in the States. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and catch you later.